Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back. I'm Supreme Verdicts, a practicing attorney by day and a magic strategist by night. After a long day of working on the rule of law, I come home to master the laws of magic. We have finally launched the Twitch stream. This is the very first one. Thank you to those of you who are able to join. I'm still figuring things out as I've got my second screen set up here so I can actually see if anyone says anything in the chat and activity feed to thank those of you following. I don't have any fancy graphics or anything that'll come up on screen, but you know, we'll figure that out as we go. Wow, what a pack. I'm already quite excited here. We have Azula Cunning Usurper. This is an awesome Dimir bomb card. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent exiles a non-token creature they control and a non-land card from their graveyard, and you're able to cast those on your turn as though they had flash, with mana that you can spend as any color. Now, I believe, yeah, you can still cast them on your opponent's turn. No, during your turn, you may cast them, and you may cast them as though they had flash. Only on your turn. Still a very, very strong card. Other cards considering in this pack would be Invasion Reinforcements is fine. Boomerang Basics is okay. Southern Air Temple, there is the Shrines deck. We've done Shrines before. Solstice Revelations, meh. Haru can be good. Pack's not great. Otherwise, there's some decent white cards, some decent blue cards between Boomerang Basics and Watery Grasp. Portificial is fine for the wheel if we are still here, although we'd happily take one of these blue cards. Azula is more so a black bomb with the double black mana. You want to be in black in order to be able to cast her. But as we go to this next pack, we see the Lion Turtle, which is fine. I've yet to actually play it in a draft. I opened so many of these during pre-release, but I was never in the right colors for it to begin with. Cruel Administrator is a consideration just because it is a really strong Rakdos card. The issue being it wants you to attack, and Azula is a little bit more of a controlling card. Now, there is the double Simic in this pack, which is pretty strong, as well as the fact that if Simic is open, Azula could definitely be a black splash. And it's a color combination I've yet to play versus Benevolent River Spirit, which is fine, but it cements us in blue. And right now, Azula is a little bit more of a black card slash something you want to splash. I think we're going to grab Lion Turtle here. I have yet to play with this card, and I'd love to try out some new rares. Wow, we are all over the place, aren't we? Oh, man. I kind of want to try Avatar's Wrath. Are we just going to do 5-color nonsense? We've already gotten 2 decent rares. This one is fine as well. It's not a great card. I'm not going to lie. I'm not particularly high on it because you just airbend the creatures, and so your opponents will be able to do it a couple of times. Oh, getting noticed to tilt my camera down. Is that a little bit better? Let me know. The issue is I get really up close, but that's fine. It's also, yeah, there we go. We'll work on it. I gotta get better at looking at the chat because I'm so distracted right now. Yeah, and it's gonna go away. Avatar's Wrath is fine. Cat Gator's also okay here, but it's just, I don't think we're going to go with mono black. North Pole Patrol is decent too. That might be the pick. I'm really low on, how do I get the thing? There it is. We grab North Pole Patrol, sorry, as I fix my chat. And of course, we're immediately punished with Airbender Ascension, a card that I thoroughly enjoy being given to us. But I think we can grab the Cycle of Renewal here, and we're not too sad about that. Fire Nation Worship also consideration, just because it's 3 mana, 3/4/4 reach that makes a clue when it dies, which is fine value. Geyser Leaper I'm not particularly happy about, but I think this would cement us in kind of a Simic direction, and I'm okay forcing it, even as we're passing up good white cards. It's probably correct to grab the Airbender Ascension. But I really just want to play the rare that I got. Oh, but we could airbend Azula and just get her back again and again. Let's stick with fixing. I like this direction. I'm curious where we'll go from here, but I think this is okay for now. We have a few cards that are fine. Middling. Earthbending Lesson is fine. Turtle Deck is meh. Longfang is good. It's just a lot more of the sacrifice theme. And I don't think any of these cards are particularly playable outside of maybe Corrupt Court Official. Notably, there is waterbending on North Pole Patrol, but I don't think we want to take Yoshi Battlefan just for a little bit of more waterbending. Let's grab Corrupt Court Official. I don't think we want to play it, but it is an option. Another Cat Gator. And an Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. I kind of want to grab the Cat Gator and go in on mono black, But the Unlucky Cabbage Merchant does provide good fixing. It's a good card, and it plays into what our current plan is, which I think, yeah, we're getting closer and closer into this direction of blue-green, like Simic Splash. Walltop Sentries versus Ostrich Horse, I think, is a lot closer than it looks. Right now, we want the game to go longer, but I think Ostrich Horse to get us back the land card is probably the best. No, it's not. It's Walltop Sentries. It's Walltop Sentries. I don't know. If we get more bombs, then we're not going to want. And yeah, here's another one in just a moment. I think actually it's Waterbending Lesson here, though. I like Origin of Metal Bending too. But this is, unless there are 3 more lesson cards. Yeah, this is not a great card. You do need lessons for it. That's something to keep in mind. I think we'll grab the Waterbending Lesson for now, as we see the direction that we want to head in. Do we have any allies? We've got a couple. That's what, the North Pole Patrol and the Walltop Sentries? Yeah. Cabbage Merchant? Yeah, not an ally. Of course not. That would go against the whole energy of the show. Do I just take the mediocre? I think we speculate on Haru. Haru's a good card. Haru is a good card when you can get stuff. Nice. We get Hermetic Herbalist passed back to us. Raucous Audience would also be a pickup if we wanted to go a little bit more expensive. But I think we're going to try to lock ourselves in here. Excellent. Another Walltop Sentries with some kind of Simic splashing BS. I think here we go with the Geyser Leaper. Purely because, well, this is a lesson. I like the flying a little bit more, but I guess we take the lesson where we can get it. Haru I'm going to put in the sideboard for now, just because we're not locked in. We are locked in with Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. I'm happy that we're now in kind of a ramp shell. This is a really strong card. 1 mana, pay 1 mana and tap it to scry 2, and whenever you scry or surveil, and there are other ways to do that in this format, not a lot notably, but there are other ways to do it. You can cast a spell without paying its mana cost. Please note, this does play around timing restrictions. You can do this on your opponent's turn in order to cheat stuff out. Allies at Last is also a really good pickup that I think we would like. It'll Quencha would be a fine pickup. Raucous Audience I think is fine. Even Daily Indoctrination, depending on our splash targets. We do want to start focusing on fixing, though, in a bit, if we want to keep this Azula in. Yeah, we're no longer going the Cat Gator route. I do think I like Suki Kyoshi Warrior. I like Cave of Two Lovers a lot, but I don't think we should go that crazy in. Lost Days is a good card. It's a good removal spell. It's a lesson for our lesson synergies, which is awesome. I think we should go with Lost Days. Aang's Journey would be fine. Canyon Crawler would be okay. Boggy Swamp Vine-Bender, Benevolent River Spirit. There's some good cards in that pack for us that we don't mind wheeling. Oh, I'm excited. I have not been drafting this set nearly enough, but I have enjoyed every single draft that I have done with it. Do we want another Walltop Sentries? Is that greedy? Is that unnecessary? We need more 2-drops, that's for sure. I do like Aang's Journey here. It's fixing. It can get us that land that we need for black mana. Abandoned Attachments also fairly good here. Rebellious Captives is a fine filler too. I think we take the lesson while we've got it. Invasion Submersible is decent. In fact, I kind of like it here. I don't mind the Sabertooth Moose line. I'd love for that to wheel. Is Invasion Submersible better though? It's much more of a tempo card. And we are getting kind of stuck on 3s. We want the top end here? I kind of want better rares as top end, if I'm being completely honest. Zuko's Exile could be fine too. Maybe we take the Idle Quencha to slow down the opponents until we can get kind of to our top end, but at the moment that's not ideal. Let's take the, yeah, this is fine. Crashing Wave is okay, but it's not great. Actually, Forecasting Fortune Teller does do what we want in this deck, where we're just buying some time and drawing cards. Abandoned Attachments, though, is that better? What are our lesson payoffs? We can attack with the Lion Turtle. We can pay less mana. That's it. Let's grab Fortune. We have not seen any of the incredible lesson payoffs. I will take the Accumulate Wisdom here, just because I'm high on that card, and I think If we can get some lesson payoffs, that would be awesome. I do want the Agna Puella to draw and discard, but we don't have a lot of the draw 2 synergies, although it is kind of a free roll in this deck with our lands. Rebellious Captives is also fine. Just again, as a 2-drop. Let's take the rare. I like rares. I like rares a lot. Rares make my deck sometimes, just for fun, more than anything else. Energy Bending with Cacator. It's a combo. It's a combo, I swear. It's not a good combo, but it is a combo. We'll grab the Barrels of Blasting Jelly. We have not gotten particularly good fixing yet, nor have we gotten any kind of crazy top end, so we're going to go ahead for the Giant Koi here, even though I know, we could have gotten the Rock's Audience in order to ramp faster. Let's get the Rebellious Captives. I want more 2s just in case. Nice. Sabertooth Moose Line also makes the cut. Okay. Earth Rumble Wrestlers could potentially. I doubt it, but there's always a chance. And gross. We don't get a bomb rare. That could have been so cool. Alas, we do have a Boomerang Basics here. I think this is a perfectly fine card to grab. It's a lesson. We can draw a card if we play it. Well, this is going to have to be a little bit of a bobbing and weaving kind of deck. We are lacking a little bit in our top end. I want the Watery Grasp too. We'll see how this plays out. Currently, the deck's plan is to get to the point where we can get in Giant Koi a few times, which isn't a great plan, but we're a little too defensively built. And I guess the Planetarium of Wanchiton can give us some free value. Okay. Beifong's Bounty Hunters is a bomb. And we are in the ability to splash, and we're already planning on doing a black splash. That's not bad. I like how Toph, the first Metal Bender, is also in this. Okay. The plan is forming. Other option here might be a second Sabertooth Moose Line. How are we on removal? I don't think we're great on removal, but we'll take it for now. Obsessive Pursuit is too little, too late. That card can be very good early on. It is not great at this point. We are at 12 creatures at the moment. I like Lost Days a lot. I also like how cheap Rocky Rebuke is. I think we're going to take Lost Days purely because it's a little bit more value, and we need some more 2-for-1s in this deck. Raucous Audience here can be pretty helpful, although the Rumble Arena is that kind of land we're looking for. Let's grab Raucous Audience. It's either that or Professor Zay. No, Professor Zay. We have a lot of instants and sorceries, and that's kind of another payoff that we can use him for. Yeah, we've got better 2s. We are missing 4s, but, 4s are kind of replaceable to a degree. Once you get to the expensive stuff, like, it's all going to be expensive cards that can do well in the right situation. Dockside Extortionist, super fun. I think we grab a Seismic Sense here, just because it tutors effectively for Azula. Unfortunate, we are not getting our fixing anymore. Kind of looking for it desperately. Doing our best. Redirect Lightning is interesting, and I might just grab it because I don't think anything else here is great. Actually, there's the Rocky Rebuke. How many allies do we have in the end? We have 7 allies? I don't think that's quite worth it. We'll grab the Rebuke. Actually, Rebuke works way better. We have 2 wall top sentries. I forgot about that. That makes Rebuke a little bit stronger. Earthbend 2, when you do, target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. There's a 4-drop. I do like Canyon Crawler in the Origin, though. We'll go ahead and grab that. Do a little bit more Earthbending. There's another Rocky Rebuke. Okay. Actually, I think with that second Rocky Rebuke, we cut there. We got to pick up the second Aang's Journey. We don't have a way to do black otherwise. Second Sabertooth Moose Line? Are we going to play that? We're not going to play that. It's just a 7/7 reach. It's fine. It's just not ideal. We're going to grab a copy of Toph for the collection. Hey, Athena's following me. That's fun. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We are not quite heavy green enough, but we'll take another Rocky Rebuke. Sure. I don't think we're going to play all of them at this point. Nice, and the Raucous Audience pickup. Yeah, neither of these are going to be played. I guess it's most likely Cat Owl, just if we need the creature. The deck's pretty much built itself. Platypus Bear is fine. It's a quote-unquote lesson payoff. We did not find any of those particularly strong lesson cards. The Simic decks are tough to come together, but we wanted to try something out, and we certainly did. Let's see here. I do like the Giant Koi in this deck. I think that's an important one. Sabertooth Moose Lion, I think, is less important, but to what extent, I'm not sure. Let's see. TCRE. Waterbending Lesson is good. I'm hoping we'll just kind of have enough mana to do what we need to do. I think we keep the 2 Angst Journeys. We have 14 creatures. So we shave a Rocky Rebuke. Seismic Sense, do I shave? North Pole Patrol's kind of not doing anything right now. It's just ramping, isn't it? Don't want to remove another creature, but it is not doing much for the deck. Neither is Raucous Audience, though. Although I feel like it's more important to have good 2-drops than anything else. This can tap our opponent's stuff in a pinch, but how helpful is that to a degree, right? Boomerang Basics is also not particularly helpful. We can bounce, yeah, pretty much nothing of ours except for Azula, and that's only going to be at sorcery speed. I think we actually cut that here. We're not trying to play a tempo deck. We are trying to go a little bit bigger, which is the reason why I'm keeping Sabertooth Moose Lion for the moment. I do like the Planetarium, the Lost Days. We have good top end. Not a ton of top end, but good top end. Seismic Sense is really strong in the late game just to make sure we can hit one of our big bonkers. Bonkers, that is a term of art, actually. Hope you enjoy that term of art. Oh, yeah. What else do we want to put in here? I like the Earth Rumble, but, you know, we cut a Rocky Rebuke. Earth Rumble's almost worse to a degree. I want to include the Barrels of Blasting Jelly. How many removal spells do we have? 1, 2, 3. It'll Quencha is good just because if we have a lot of mana up, we can just kind of hold it up. But we're also trying to curve out to a degree and consistently hit our spells. So maybe we cut that. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lessons for our Lion Turtle and for Professor. That's 7 lessons even. Which is funny because it's not like we get a ton of lesson payoffs. The Accumulate Wisdom is stronger now. I do think we keep the Waterbend lesson. God, I want to cut Aang's Journey so badly. I want to cut it so badly. 1, 2. We're just not playing enough removal, are we? 3, 4, 5. Is that enough? I want to cut the Raucous Audience. Okay. Cut the Raucous Audience. Our land's not going to be great. But how bad is it exactly? We've got 3 swamps. Well, first things first. 7 sources of blue, 7 sources of green. That's adequate enough. I know we're currently playing 16 lands, which is probably not good enough. Especially with, I like to say a lot. Now, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. We did not get a great draft. We had a good draft, but we did not have a great draft. And so I certainly don't feel 100% about this. I don't want to cut any more 2s. I think that's a little too risky. Okay. I think we cut the North Pole Patrol. Is that crazy? It's effectively also ramp, but it's just not doing enough for me. And then I kind of want to cut Seismic Sense too for Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Make sure we have good mana. So we lose a lesson as well as late game card draw, but we have Waterbending Lesson, we have Accumulate Wisdom, and this way we can get the mana in good. Out of curiosity, I don't think it'll change the suggest lands or anything. Why is this doing this? No, why are you freezing? No, don't do this. We're live. There we go. Yeah, no, it's all the same. Okay, we're just gonna jump in. I forget that I'm also recording for YouTube, so I don't want to take too much time as much as I'm enjoying hanging out. Thank you. Chat is doing great. A little wave. But yeah, this is our deck. We are currently playing blue-green, splashing a black bomb right here. couple black bombs, where we're just trying to ramp out quickly into the late game as fast as possible and to start overwhelming our opponents with value. We are not a control deck. We do not have enough removal for that. We are very much mid-range ramp, and hopefully we can finagle our way through some good games with some tight gameplay. Let's dive in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you think I could have done better. I sure do. Hand's great. I mean, it's fine. We've got cards to play, something to ramp into. We don't have awkward awkward swamps or 1, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, it's not worth it. It is a 2/2. Let's do the 2/2 just so we can attack with it. I was trying to decide if we needed to ramp with this, but we don't have awkward black mana or awkward black cards in hand that we are unable to cast. Awesome. Let's go ahead and line turtle it up. Can't attack with it right now, but it's mana. Maybe Wall-Top Sentries is the right play there, just because it can do more, but this way I can double spell next turn. At least guaranteed double spell next turn. Again, our goal, opponent has a ton of cards in hand, and this isn't the most comfortable playstyle I have. I'm very much in the camp where I like playing a game where I'm running my opponent low on cards and I'm just squeezing value out of mine. I'm very comfortable when my opponent's top decking. Oh yeah, see? Hey, game respects game. Now, we do have a benefit here. Our opponent can't crack their food, but we can. I didn't think so. But this deck has a very different play style here. Notably, these are fairly good for our water bending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll be able to cast the planetarium. They are playing red and green. Both colors have removal for artifacts. However, it's not super common. We passed a couple Origin of Metal bendings. Boomy's Bash, I think, can... Actually, Boomy's Bash is for lands or creatures. There's got to be a red spell that destroys artifacts. I'm not remembering what it is. Yep. Go for it, opponent. And are you going to ramp? Because I want to play Planetarium when I can also activate it. Which inclines me, okay, not to do it this turn. I mean, I think we just attack all? There's no way. That's the right answer. I want to do this at the right time. Okay. I am going to hold up both of these. So you know what? In that case, we're going to crack the clue. If I'm holding up to ramp, then we're just going to go ahead, and there we go. That's going to be the land that we need. We're good to go. In terms of attacking, I think we have the advantage, but we might as well, because now we have a 2/3 that can also block. Yeah, so their Planetarium of Wanchitong is an expensive card. 6 mana, and we could cast it this turn, but we're opting to hold off for a turn, knowing that we have the ability to... Cool. That we have the ability to play it next turn in order to ramp out better. Question is, do I want to kill their Badger Mole? Not really. We could here. We can kill anything, but Rocky Rebuke, like I said, can kill anything. I think I'm just going to opt Planetarium and pass. Reason why we're passing, we can scry and get a free spell on their turn, surprise them, end of turn. Get them to make some more mistakes, or we hold up Rocky Rebuke just in case. This way, we can definitely pay the mana for this in order to get value out of it as much as possible. And see, there we go. Ta-da! And that's how you blow out your opponent, ladies and gentlemen. And why we held up the mana. Great. I think we're gonna go ahead and let's scry. We don't have any other good scry synergies in the deck, so we might as well just use it while we can. Draw a card. Great. guess we'll attack first. We can also destroy this. Okay. So we'll play Rebellious Captives. We'll pass. Opponent has Wall-Top Sentries and Firebender Ascension in the same deck. This is a very defensive card. This is a very aggressive card. Nice, they redrew the Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. We can kill the Wall-Top Sentries in their end step if we'd like with the Barrels of Blasting Jelly, especially now that we have our 2 swamps that we need, as well as both of our other cards. They're going to ramp again. They might have some bangers in their hand. We may need to start attacking, but let's see how they attack first so that we can at least kind of have full information. And I think with this, we're just going to go ahead, kill the sentries. That way we've got some better attacks this turn. We're going to go ahead and do this again, mostly because we're trying to scry away any creatures that might, or any cards that we don't necessarily want. We don't need another basic land. We will get a free Wall-Top Sentries. Sure. Yes, please. Oh, nice. We drew. Unfortunate. I don't really want to shuffle those back in, but that's a-okay. Let's start attacking, I guess. Wall-Top Sentries would trade for both of those. I think that's fine to get aggressive. Opponent decides that they don't even want to see how this plays out. They've had enough of our free spell shenanigans. And this hand seems fine. Sure, keep. Just in case we draw the second blue. Our opponent has some very aggressive looking sleeves. We did not draw second blue, so we play out what gives us another blue, but doesn't matter. We'll probably sentries and attack for 2. It's important to have 2 drops in your limited decks, ladies and gentlemen. Some formats more than others. This format happens to be one of those. We will not be attacking for 2. Natural Sultai. No attacks. I forgot I can do this. Crazy. Let's grab another blue or another black. Do I have any other double blue cards in the deck? I do have Giant Koi. Giant Koi is double blue. Let's grab the other blue. Mostly because we have 2 black at the moment, and most of our cards are blue. In case we get a string of blue cards, that's going to be important. Oh, pardon me as I respond to a quick text. All right, opponent. 2 mana 2/2. It's a good one though. When it's tapped, scry, gain 1. It's pretty nice. Can we blow them out? Maybe. We would have to act first, but I also don't mind this trade. Let's see how our opponent decides to play this. Yeah, they take it. That's fair. Did you see that stick though? I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe not. And like I said, this deck, we are spitting out our hand as fast as we can, and then we will card draw something. Would not mind. Yeah, blue-white, Trixie Hobbitses. They did pick the very pretty full art Final Fantasy lands, though, I will say. Opponent has taste with their cosmetics and those cosmetic appearances. They're now thinking. They're thinking hard. I hate that. I hate that for us. Although we do have the Rebellious Captives option, Professor Zay option, and Lost Days as soon as we untap. Here's hoping our opponent does not play a trick right now. Okay, that's fine. And they're going to tap Compassionate Healer because they can't attack with it. Yeah. Wow. Great job, opponent. It's a good one. Oh, and they top too. That's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. Okay. So I think here we just kind of go for a hit. Let's swing in for 4. I want to attack in with the 2/3 as well, but we kind of need a blocker for the 2/2. I don't want to keep giving them gain a life and scry. I need to put them under some amount of pressure. Here they have so many cards in hand, we have to play the beatdown role. Also, I don't anticipate their creatures being what hurts ours, so Lost Days is not a particularly good trick to hold up in the moment. I want to be aggressive. Be aggressive. Opponent's gonna scry again. They have a really good deck for the Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. Shame for them, they don't have it. Get wrecked, opponent. I think here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 6. We can cast every spell in our deck. We're gonna go ahead and start looting away. Do we have a double green card? We do, the Sabertooth Moose line. That's okay, we have the Herbalist right now. Nice. I think we attack. We attack with the 4/4, and we hope to Lost Days whatever they do, and then they have open. So we have to tap with Hermetic Herbalist for it, because they have Clue mana, but they also have Quench mana open. Let's just do it. Opponent will do something or other. Okay. Yeah, no, that's also an option. Sure. Opponent gets rid of Vault Pressure. That is a-okay, I think. We'll go ahead and cast out our spells now, nice and safe, and pass turn. We can now start attacking. I guess we should have attacked with the 2/3. They would have opted to kill that, so hindsight's 20/20, but it is what it is. We're both playing what seems to be fairly defensive game plans, although they have the better card draw at the moment. But they're just playing 2s and 3s. Yeah, that's fine. I still have Death Touch blockers. I also still have just a kill spell on board. Now that's a card. I mean, I don't think you can take advantage of it in draft particularly well, but 4 mana 3/3 flying vigilance, it's not bad. Notably, it's a spirit too, for all those weird spirit stuff. Hey, we have first time chatter. All my pediment PFFRA. That I don't know what that is. It looks as if it is a scam, is what it is. I don't know how to delete stuff though. If anyone does, please let me know. We are vibing and just trying our best here. I think we're gonna go ahead and discard this, see if we can get something better to do this turn. Okay, it's better. Now our opponent kind of has to act. They don't have a lot of good options left. So we're gonna pass, because now we can start drawing and discarding every single turn, as I figure out what I can do about this. But I don't know how this works. Oh, sorry, opponent. I'm trying to figure out how Twitch works, and that's not going well while I play a game of Magic. I don't know what any of this is. Fresh, zoom in, inspect, mute. I don't know. Someone get me some moderators, please. I'm joking to a degree, but it is what it is. Do I trade here? I mean, what's my opponent gonna do? I think I trade here. Just doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, but then I just sack and kill this. Now, I assume my opponent has a follow-up trick, because that was an on board, but I'll trade. Opponent, did I just 2-for-1 you? Oh, I'm sorry, opponent. Now, notice how there was still a stop there at the end of combat. They might have another Razor Rings in play. I'm not positive. I definitely like this card. And we do have the mana to pay for Quench. Yeah, let's just do it. I would love to have them not remove Azula. Then we can hold up Lost Days, because we can Lost Days our own Azula if we need to. What juicy treat are they going to give me? Thank you, opponent. I'll take a Forecasting Fortune Teller. Especially because I can cast it right now. I don't know if they realize that. Or maybe they do, and this is what they'll quench. That's fine too. Great. Thank you for the clue. And we'll pass. I am a-okay playing this game right now because we have card advantage engines on board with Professor Zay and everything else. Notably, we only have Aang's Journey currently in here. Opponent did draw another card. This is going to be a little bit difficult in that I'm not sure how this game ends or how it ends well for us. For example, if they attack here, I don't think we block. We're at 22. Last time we had all our mana open. It was worth trying to hold up a trick. And I think our opponent's starting to figure out that we're still doing okay. Yeah, that's a choice. No, that works. Okay. If you have nothing better to do with your mana, put the counter onto what? First time flyer? That way I trade? UA? Okay. Attack. No attacks. Sure. I mean, I guess I attack with Azula, right? They block with UA? Do they block with UA? Maybe. Is that still worth it for me? Probably. Because that trades off their biggest thing on the board. And then we get a flyer. I guess first things first, I should loot. I guess I want to scry first too. Okay. We attack with Azula. Then we loot. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm overthinking it. Our opponent has something, clearly. We have Lost Days that we're holding up. We also have a clue. We also have a loot. That was interesting. Looks like they were deciding on what to do specifically. Go to blocks. How are you going to block, opponent? God, I wish there was some of the flicker stuff in this set. We'll deal damage. That's okay. Nice. Opponent lets us effectively cast Collider Kids. Thank you, opponent. That was great. Now we can scry, try to get something good on top. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. We can discard this in order to get it. We can also draw it, a card for it. And we can Agna Kayla. I think we discard and draw. But I also want to hit my land drop. Is that greedy of me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, 6 mana. Yeah, that's a little unnecessary. It's a little bit unnecessary. I don't know why I did that now. That can be done at instant speed. I'm just jerking my opponent around for no reason. I'm sorry, Dunkle Master. Please bear with me. I'm juggling a couple of things and playing slow for no reason. And you don't deserve that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll sack this to draw card. Do you have something you want to do in response? No, that's okay. And now we'll draw and discard. We're at 20. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I'm tapped out, opponent. If there's anything you want to do, you can feel free right now. Ooh. Ooh. We're gonna discard the waterbending lesson? No, we're gonna discard. Is that psycho of me? Discarding waterbending lesson. Because I anticipate casting the Lost Days, and I want to be able to then hold up the accumulated wisdom. It's kind of funny. Kind of funny indeed. Yeah. Let's Azula. They took the 4 last time. Will they take it again? And again, if she trades with UA, we're not particularly upset here. If they try to multi-block, we can blow it out with Lost Days. That's fine. I mean, with this, I think we go for another draw discard, right? Yeah. Drop that. Let's go ahead and Lion Turtle? Yeah, we'll Lion Turtle. Because next turn it can potentially attack. We get rid of one more thing. 2 mana left. We'll tap out. This is a silly deck. Silly Lessons deck. Our opponent plays a 2 mana 2/2. They played that really fast. We can assume they top deck that. Look, they're about to sacrifice the clue. Yep. What is the last card in their hand? Is it just a land? Am I freaking out here over nothing? Yeah, they're casting all their things really quickly. It's probably a land or something at instant speed. They're really hoping we don't throw at them. Good news is... Nice. Let's go ahead and drop this. I don't need Cycle of Renewal. Giant Koi is quite good at this point. We're going to attack with a variety of things. Think Lion Turtle specifically, Glider Kids. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not quite enough. We're still playing very cautiously. Oh, I forgot they can just, well, the 2, 3, they bounce off each other. That is a misplay, but it's fine. Okay. Let's go to damage. We take out their 1, 2, bit by bit. We are slowly but surely. Is there a Wrath? Avatar's Wrath would, like, hurt, but it's fine. We're gonna Giant Koi. We're gonna pass turn. They think we're holding up the clue. We're about to draw 3 on their end step. They have a Giant Koi too. Nice. They're a lot closer to death than I am, but, you know, they'll do what they can. They've got something in their hand. Maybe they can counter it. They either can or choose not to. Let's go ahead and just attack. Good game, opponent. Yeah, we can hit them for 5 here. We can swing out and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one can't really attack. We can hit them for a total of not quite enough to kill them this turn, but certainly next turn. I really can't help myself but play really slow decks. Unfortunately, I don't think we can keep this hand. We're on the draw, and we don't get blue mana until turn 2. Maybe I just keep this hand for the sake of ending the draft earlier. That's a little silly. That would be a little silly. I think we definitely have to mulligan this hand. Let's see how opponent does. They choose to keep. We're gonna go ahead and mulligan the hand. We kind of had to. Let's put away a forest. And looks great otherwise. We're finally gonna get to potentially play with Beifong bounty hunters. Of course, draw 2 of our swamps for no reason. Kind of a shame we didn't get any of the lands that we can sack. But that's okay. What's opponent gonna get? Another swamp here? Another forest? It looks like they're Golgari so far. But this could just be green splash. Yeah, red. We're gonna play our good Simic game plan. Unlucky Cabbage Merchant comes in here and is here to beat face. We don't need no ramp. Not in the moment, at least. The hand is not built like that. The deck is resilient to kind of flooding, which is nice, I will say. I'm gonna attack. Block. Do it. Yeah. Darn. Was kind of hoping they would. Pirate Peddlers, it grows as they sacrifice permanents. It has Death Touch, which is kind of just annoying. Oh, okay, they have a lot of colors. I see. Opponent's just playing green splash. Green-red splash, I suppose? I'm not positive. Well, they used removal. We're just going to run this out, unfortunately, because we don't have anything else to do. We have... This has been a flooding kind of hand. We have a lot of top end, so I have a lot of these ways to draw cards. So much removal. Yeah, we're just going to keep trading blows. We don't have a shrine card. Yeah. But we'll go ahead and we'll grab another blue source. We'll go ahead and we'll grab another green source. And we'll gain a bunch of life. And more importantly, we'll put 2 lessons into our graveyard. Shuffle our deck, thin it out a little bit. We are woefully... Yeah, they're playing a sacrifice deck? I'm a little confused. Okay, Barrels of Blasting Jelly. I mean... Yeah, that plays here. Okay. Let's drop it. No attacks. We're really not looking forward to our opponent having the 1 mana Deadly Precision, where they get to sacrifice something in order to just kill our Sabertooth Moose Lion. That would be brutal. They can sacrifice the Barrels of Blasting Jelly in addition to us blocking Zhao. I think that's worth it, just because at least that's 2 for 1 in some capacity. We don't want to do that. We'd love to have our 7/7, but it's not like we can get through the 2/2 anyway at the moment. Yeah, sold out on our Beifong Bounty Hunters was brutal, but you gotta expect your opponent to have removal there. We played our 4 mana bomb on curve. It's what's gonna happen. Yeah, and there is exactly what we were hoping, not to see Deadly Precision. I don't know why our opponent spent so long thinking about that. They have a follow-up here? What is this, Cunning Maneuver too? That's devastating, actually. Yeah, no blocks. Firebending lesson? What do you got? Just kill it. It's fine. The game's over. The game is over. Hey, Pineapple Killa, thanks for chatting. There is a lot of good black-green synergy with the 1/1 counters. It's unfortunate because we're here playing a Simic deck. You know, that's just how I roll. We're going to attack here with Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. We don't really have much of an option. We need to continue to apply pressure. Thankfully, Hermetic Herbalist is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to hold this swamp, mostly because they might have some kind of discard spell. This way we can at least discard that instead. They're playing what looks to be some form of the sacrifice deck, and so we know that that card is in here. Okay, what are they gonna... Again, Cunning Maneuver is what I put them on earlier. I think that's very feasible here, but I think we have to take the block because we are going to fall woefully behind. Yeah. They're gonna cast Cunning Maneuver. They could Barrels of Blasting Jelly, but that would be a great trade. If they use up a removal spell right now, that actually would be ideal. Okay, that's... I mean, it's bad for us, but yeah. Great opponent, what else you got? We could really use drawing another one of our bombs, and are they maybe out of removal soon? Maybe? I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, what's gonna happen? We're gonna find Azula. Ideally, Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong, actually. Because otherwise we're gonna... I mean, it's like I drew it up. God, I'm so good at Magic. All right, let's attack, because we're not blocking. We're gonna take 6. They still have something. It's not sacrificing this. We're gonna cast the Planetarium. We're gonna hold the swamp, just to mess with them. Make them think we have something in our hand. I guess we play the swamp, we get the food. Is there anything that kills us here? You know what, there's just no reason to play the swamp. We're on the back foot. We're gonna be attacking them. They're actually at 12. It's not as bad as I thought, but this is the moment where earlier in the draft we passed Azuka's Exile, and I looked at Planetarium, and those cards, they play so well together just because it's expensive. Okay, before Firebending, I guess. I don't think there's anything in our deck that we would want to stop. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's why we cast all those lessons earlier without necessarily it being particularly beneficial. We're gonna draw 3 right now. Oh, that feels so good. That is not helpful here. We're gonna hold this for upkeep. No, they could have removal for one Planetarium, but it is what it is. It's unfortunate we do not have another great way to scry or surveil in this deck. There's good looting. It's just we didn't get scry and surveil. Good card draw. Blasting Jelly, honestly, I've been surprised. Barrels of Blasting Jelly. It fixes mana. Like, here we are playing just kind of Sultai. We're only splashing 2 black cards, but it works so well. And then, yeah, as a removal spell, look at this. It triggers their sacrifice things. It's an instant speed effect, so it works well with firebending. It's an artifact for waterbending. Yeah, there we go. We go down to 3. Gross. Barrels of Blasting Jelly has been working well. Wow, we needed the food. Oh my god, they did it. Huh. I mean, yeah, no. Sometimes we're gonna get run over. Ooh, okay. It's better than last game's, and we had to mulligan that one for sure. This is a little nicer, just in the sense that, I mean, It's fairly similar. It's fairly similar. It has more early game plays, at least. I'm just more optimistic. Okay, Boros, and it's annoying, but yeah, we did not draw the island. Right side, this will gain us a couple life. Let's go grab ourselves an island. Next turn, we'll be able, I think we'll Hermetic Herbalist just so we can get ahead on mana a little bit. Wow. It's also a little harder for them to kill the 2/3, I think. Actually, maybe we play... It's the turn afterwards. We can then Herbalist and Rocky Rebuke. No, we're going to play Fortune Teller here. Specifically because whatever they do, they're going to kill it. They're going to kill it somehow. They're going to kill it with a Cunning Maneuver. They're going to kill it with a Firebending Lesson plus a body. This way, we're able to kind of mitigate the damage a little bit because we want our Hermetic Herbalist to survive, especially as we get towards Waterbending Lesson here. Yeah, I'll search my library for basic land. Guess I'll get another island. Do they have lesson synergies? I'm confused. Is that just 2 mana, draw a card? Destroy target artifact or land an opponent controls. God, I'm excited to play Wan Shi Tong. Our opponent's gonna kick themselves. Now, of course, here we're punished for not playing Herbalist, because otherwise we could Lion Turtle as well. I think we just kind of... They do have Curious Farm Animals. We will have to keep that in mind. You know what? We're going to play out Herbalist. We're going to hold back Lion Turtle, because now we have Rocky Rebuke up in order to kill something if they do pump it up, or we can just crack our clue. I think both of those options are fine. Water Tribe Captain. What do you got, opponent? You can make things bigger, but you can't do it yet. My turn. I will draw. Fortunately, it's probably going to be the target for... Actually, they only have 3 mana. Oh, opponent. What are you doing? I want a Waterbending Lesson here so badly. Brick wall them a bit more. But I think we have to Lion Turtle and hold up a trick. We have 3 mana, actually. We can still Waterbending... Oh my god, we can still Waterbending Lesson right now. Yeah, we're gonna Waterbending Lesson. We're just gonna discard a card. Decline. Yeah. Lose the forest. That's awesome. That was an important turn cycle. We were able to cast a creature that can't block. I should have remembered that. We're able to cast a creature that just has some value. Gains us life. It's gonna give us mana next turn. And at the same time, we were able to also draw cards. Against an aggressive deck, that's especially important because our opponent can't actively utilize their newer creature. We want to kill Curious Farm Animals. Just long game plan. We can take some damage right now, and that's okay. And while we could have held up a trick, especially like our opponent clearly has something right now, instead, we're now able to... That's so fine. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's kind of okay. Actually, sorry, just gotta think for a sec. Yeah, I think we just do this now. Before they can... I guess they still had the 3 mana, but now I'm a little bit more scared. And we can not block and then do that, but we can accumulate wisdom if we need to. Because they're going to attack all out, just throw away something. But we can Lost Days if they try to use a trick. The issue is if we get down to 2 life, we're in a lot of trouble there. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Pass to attacks. Let's see if they do go in with everything. They don't. I think we gotta... What, take 3? Trade? I think we block and then take that away. Yeah. And I think we got... Okay. We do have to play like this. We have to be a little bit defensive. Get rid of it. Mostly because we can't go down to 3 life. We saw what happened last game with the lightning strike. That is just something we have to consider. But now we have Lion Turtle turned on. It's going to become a lot easier to close the game out. I think we'll cast our Giant Koi. We'll hold up, I think, the 2 of these, because this can be a removal spell the turn we play it. This is my first stream, Pineapple Killer. Yeah, I'm you can tell I'm like focusing in on the game and then getting distracted. I understand why there's so many misplays when I see people do this. Wow, Tylee, okay. I can get big and powerful and annoying. Yeah, go for it. Opponent, attack. They're not going to attack. They're going to wait till next turn. So we'll go ahead. Draw 3. Just so we can get some more... Oh, funny. Yeah, we can make that waterbend. That's great. Whenever she attacks. So we'll have to do it before attacks. We're still not quite in a spot where I feel super comfortable attacking with the Giant Koi. But I think next turn we can. We can get a couple more creatures down. I don't want to tap that. But I can do this. Okay. Let's do 1 blue. Bro, why can I not? Black. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana up for the Lost Days. Shoot. Can I undo that? Okay. We can. That's good. We gotta hold up the 5 mana for the Lost Days is the biggest issue. Or 5 mana to kill Tylee. Just because she can make something unable to block. And while we do have enough blockers at the moment, I don't think it's worth the risk. We can also Rebellious Captives right now on end step. And as you can see, I'm getting quite distracted here, bit by bit. Right now it's okay because we can always block with the other big creature, whichever one she picks. This is fine. And that's kind of what we hoped. We're going to go ahead and activate this, targeting an island. Just every turn we are adding to the board and making it a little bit more difficult for our opponent to kill us. See, now I feel comfortable attacking more. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, it's a 2-turn clock, but we can still just do a 2-turn clock if we attack with the 5 and the 3 because we have more things on board. Yeah. Especially if we then... Can we Bounty Hunters? We still can't Bounty Hunters because it's going to be too much mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we still could Bounty Hunters. Okay. Let's make this black. I apologize to my opponent for taking a while. I just have to think. They do have mana open. Let's go ahead and attack like this. 7 innocuous. We tap down a 4/4, but we keep a 4/4 up. We're just playing extra careful because Tylee is going to get rid of one of our blockers, but this way we have removal up at all times and Lost Days. And we're in a situation where we want to keep our advantage. Again, that one integral turn where we were able to cast a card that gained us some life and draw cards. Our opponent took advantage of that. This gives hexproof. Hexproof. Let's... I mean, if they have double hexproof, we're kind of screwed. Let's just kill her. I assume opponent has a follow-up. This was an on-board trick. I do not mean to do this. Oh, crap. We're dead. They got us. We don't have a... Yeah, because we have to tap the Lion Turtle for it. Oh my gosh. Dang. GG's opponent. Oh, that's so brutal. We're at 6. Yeah, the redirect lightning here. Oh my god. Can't play around the rare. Can't play around the rare. Kaboom. Exactly. Unfortunately, I'd hoped the kaboom would be for us, but that's it. They got it. I guess alternatively, what? We could have held up the Lost Days. Or just waited until it was lethal, because we still would have been able to block with Lion Turtle, but we wouldn't have, because Tylee can make herself unblocked. Lost in both ways. Oof. I probably should have been more aggressive in some capacities. No way of knowing how long they had that. This hand's bad. I think we have to mulligan again. These 2 swamps have hurt us more times than I'd like to admit. And we're on the draw again. All bad things. God. It's so gross. It's just not what I want to see. We've had multiple games with just both Aang's Journey in hand and nothing to like follow it up with. But I see opponent is a fellow chucker. Barrels of Blasting Jolly, making a return. I like their Damnation sleeves too. Their art style's cool in general. Just good aesthetic. I don't know how I feel about this card. I don't think it's particularly strong, but I've also just gotten absolutely clowned by it more than once. We're gonna go ahead and grab our second green source. Opponent's gonna take 2 damage, but also draw a card, or put a 1/1 counter on it if they're smart, or the red mana if they're there's a couple options. There's definitely some play to this depending on what you have in hand. Yeah, they put the counter, they want to get aggressive. It's one of the reasons why I'm okay with gaining life at the moment. I'd like to kill this, but I also kind of want it. I don't know. It's an interesting card. At the beginning of your main phase, choose one that has been chosen and lose 2 life. Draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on it, add red mana, exile it, and return it. So it like will deal a lot of damage to me over a few turns. Yeah, they're gonna make me discard Accumulate Wisdom. No, never mind, sorry. Permanent. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, I think here we have to play the wall top sentries. We want to be able to, they'll draw a card, maybe throw it in and trade them off. And then this will have done what they wanted it to do. I can't take that much damage from it, you know? We'll end up taking, what, 6, 7, 9 total damage before it then comes to our battlefield and will drain us for another 6. That's the full game right there. There's no way they... I mean, they might just keep this back. Okay, yeah, here they go. They keep attacking. Oi, this is not gonna go well. This is not going well at all. Do we have ways to gain life? No, of course not. That would be convenient. Let's go ahead and grab that second black source, I guess. None of it matters. Our opponent knows what we have in hand. We're about to take more damage. All right. We had a lot of 2-drops. We did have a couple. We had a couple unlucky games. I feel like this game's already lost. We had a couple of really unlucky games, but also the deck was not particularly strong. I would have loved a little bit more top end. Oh my god, we're just dead. We're just so dead. There's just nothing here that we can do. I mean, let's see. And now what? They're gonna quench this too? That would have been actually brutal. Okay. 2 lands on the top. We've been flooding. It's just... things are not going great. We're gonna have to chump a bit. Make a clue. But look, now we get Zuko. And Zuko's just gonna drain us for 9. For 6. No, for 9. Because then it's the exile. Like, at least they're at 12. But it's not like we have the board state to be able to deal with this. Choose one that hasn't been chosen. So I guess we can just give them back Zuko. And just start playing a game where whoever's at lowest life loses. That's actually kind of crazy. Oh my god. And it gets prowess. I mean, we happily trade off here. They give me the opportunity to. Absolutely, we trade off. We don't want Zuko. We're happy to get Zuko as a 2/3 that we can then chump with. But yeah, see, they know. I mean, want to draw a card. So I'm going to draw a card. I want to draw a card, so we're going to draw a card. You're killing me. It's not good enough. That's not nearly good enough. No attacks. I mean, we're going to give them back Zuko. We'll be at 7. And then we'll probably have to kill Zuko. I don't even know. It's just an annoying card that way. We are blanking them from doing much here, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will have the 7 that we need for Wan Shi Tong, as well as cycling it. It's the one reason to maybe keep Zuko. They are out of cards, interestingly enough. I mean, they're just gonna attack here. Yeah, you have to. Okay. Take 4. can't be right. I think we have to. It's the only way we can get back our Death Touchers. Yeah, let's get a couple cards. Oh man. Oh man. That's pretty decent. Is that better? I mean, or we have to kill one of those because they're gonna blasting jelly the wall top sentries, and so then we're chumping. Or we hope. Yeah, this is too slow otherwise. We're just gonna have 2 mana left. Depending on what they give us. They can give us the Corrupt Court Official, which is likely what they'll choose, and so then we can at least have a 1/1 to chump with again. Or they give us Zuko or Ty Lee, in which case, again, we have something to chump with. I think that's worth it. Because they're gonna kill the wall top sentries, but maybe now they'll kill Azula. This isn't going well, but we're hanging on. We're hanging on. Yeah, Court Official, so we have a chump blocker if we need it. Okay, and Boomy Bash. We'll go ahead, play this out. We're gonna keep the land in hand though, because we have no clue. We will also gain life off of the wall top sentries dying, notably, because we have lessons in the graveyard. They're gonna attack. Nice. That's smart. I think they should use the barrels before because it's an easy block. So it's the correct move for this to happen. They don't go for it. Put that there. Put that there. They're gonna let me jump. I think I'm gonna jump here. So now we Boomy Blast and kill the wartime protesters. Now they've decided they have to kill Azula. So they have to do it now. No, they give us the Boomy Blast. We're gonna go for it. You may cast those as though they had flash. Okay, sure. Yeah, 2 free mana. May I? Thank you. Will you let me take damage? Even better. Okay, I think our opponent messed up here. Beifong's Bounty Hunters would have given us some more value here, but we have to kill this, so we might as well just do it now. Notably, if we now cast Beifong's Bounty Hunters, they might choose to kill that instead, because then we get value. But I think we're priced into it, kind of regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we can just swap Planetarium. Opponent concedes. They did not play that endgame particularly well, and it punished them. We are missing green mana. Our opponent keeps going first, and we keep having nothing to do on turn 2. We do have wall top sentries for turn 3, which can do a lot, but if they're playing aggressive, that just runs us over. And then we have nothing. Ah, screw it. I'm a little bit over this deck. Nice. I mean, it's fun. I like it when we get Azula. The biggest issue... Oh, that's fun. My biggest issue is I drafted this deck under the pretense of I wanted to be able to cast Azula a bunch. And we just haven't been able to do that much. Now, let's see. I need double blue. I will at some point need double green. Double black is also big. I have more green cards in hand. We also have the Cycle of Renewal. Might as well. We're not going to be casting Azula on curve anyway right now. We don't have her in hand. My opponent has no creatures. That's unfortunate. That's pretty good against my wall top sentries. I think we just trade here. I don't think it's worth to do otherwise. They're playing mono green. I mean, I'm just not going to be taking multiple hits from this thing. That's the biggest issue. Let's see. Cast any spells. Yeah, that's fine. Again, that's like the reason I traded there, because yeah, they're playing mono green. They're gonna have some really big stuff in the future that I'm gonna want to kill, but they're also gonna have a lot of earthbent lands. I'm just not gonna be able to block profitably. Never mind, they're not playing mono green. Yeah, there it is. Brutal. It was better to just take the trade while we could. Fortunately, the opponent is on their beatdown plan anyway. This is not going well. Okay. We are going to do our best to not die. It's not going to go super well. I can already tell. Oh, man. We hold up mana. Maybe our opponent won't attack all out for 8. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe. Nope, we're fucked. Pardon my language. Ow. Oh, God. Those were both our wall top sentries, right? Yeah, we are absolutely dead. We are absolutely dead here. No ifs, ands, or buts. Oh, God. We have a draw through. That's not bad. Opponent has open removal spell, though. Let's try it. 7/7. Pretty chonky. They have sold out. And good game. That's it. Let's wait to see if they can finish it off. Let's draw 3, I guess. I don't know what's going to happen. But we cast Azula. They sacrifice their forest. Not even. Yep. Earthbend, another 2. I mean, yeah, that's just that. Wow. What a deck. Oy, 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 oy. All right, the deck performed fine. It wasn't great. It's a little awkward. We had multiple hands where we just couldn't get our top end, and I'm a little less high on the land cyclers. As top end is a good idea in the sense that, like, oh, it's easy to get. They go late. You can always ditch them for a land. But we had so many good ways of just like drawing cards. We did not have a ton of removal, but that didn't even play into it so much as we just needed more early creatures, well-costed creatures to block. We're lacking a little bit in our mid game. The games where we had Lion Turtle, we really did well, I feel like, and our wall top sentries performed well. We just couldn't bridge the gap as often. Planetarium's busted, Azula's busted, Lost Days is still good. It's always a matter of bridging the gap over. Otherwise, you know, you win some, you lose some. We had a lot of playing on the draw. We also had multiple games where we had to mulligan despite Aang's Journey being in hand. Just the mana didn't work out as much as it could have. It definitely could have been better, but didn't work out super well. We were able to cast stuff when we needed to. There are more games to play, more strategy to analyze, and of course, unfortunately, more work to do. I'm Supreme Verdicts. Have a wonderful rest of your day.